Our recent stay on Captain Cook Cruises involved a 4-night cruise of the Asawa Islands, northwest of Fiji. We were given a terrific welcome on board by the This classic ship isn't very big. It takes about 150 passengers, but you get to do and see an awful lot on one of these cruises. And each day, the small boats will bring you to the islands and different islands. Tavua Island is actually owned by Captain Cook Cruises, and they have a lovely reef off there where you can kayak and swim or just snorkel. Each morning it was lovely to wake up and see we were on a different island, and Nakula Island is a particularly nice one. The staff come on board and they bring bottles of beer for you to drink, and of course the marine biologists are very informative and they tell you all about the sea life and the marine life you can expect to experience when you're there. There's really nothing better than spending a morning on the beach, going back to the ship, having a bite of lunch. You can even buy a coconut off one of the locals. And places we got to see were like the Blue Lagoon, where that famous movie was shot in the 1980s, and Sawa Ilau caves, which were pretty spectacular, and we got to meet lots of locals. There's a great sense of culture as well on board a Captain Cook cruise, and one of the highlights was experiencing a Sevu Sevu ceremony. And this is where a local village welcomed us, and 2 of the members of our group were allowed to partake in the kava drinking ceremony. And the chief welcomed everybody, and the elders sat there and they did the traditional Vanaka welcome and thank you, clapping of hands and drinking of kava. Now, for anyone who wants to know what kava's like, it's kind of like a mixture between cold tea and coffee, but it does have a tingling quality when you drink it, numbing your lips and your cheeks. And it can make you either very sleepy or it can make you very giddy and make you want to dance all night. I think these elders were quite happy to do either or. And afterwards we were given a sample of a Mecca dance ceremony when some of the local women dressed in traditional Fijian costume danced for us. And afterwards they made us a beautiful dinner, and the dinner was cooked in a lovo. And the lovo ovens actually are dug into sand, and it's where meat and root vegetables are left to cook for several hours at a time. So after the Sevu ceremony, we were all invited to partake in a beautiful meal. And that was in the Nakula village. It was a great experience, and we got to meet the chief's wife and her son as well. The evenings were gorgeous on board, because you could watch the sunset, and then there were lots of activities laid on the ship as well. I remember one night we were crab racing, another night there was a music quiz, and lots of opportunities for dancing and just enjoying yourself. Definitely my absolute highlight was experiencing a local school. Brought us around their classrooms, and we gave them copybooks and pens, and it was great fun. The accommodation was very comfortable on board, and our cabin had an ensuite. In the evening we'd dine in the captain's lounge, and breakfasts were hale and hearty. All the food actually was very good on board, very fresh, lots of vegetables, lots of fruits, lovely pancakes in the mornings. And another bonus was you got to meet new friends, and there were lovely guests from Australia, New Zealand, America. And Captain Cook Cruises really take care of everything once you step on board. You don't have to think about your food, your activities. Everything's laid on board and included in the price. So scuba diving, the tours in the semi-submersibles, everything really is included, except of course your drinks. But we used to enjoy a glass of wine in the evening as we watched the sunset. And we were very sad saying goodbye, but the staff sang the Isa Lei song to us. I'd definitely take another cruise and make it 7 nights next time at least.